spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go now. Check, contact, check, contact.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The name Viking fans know well. It's the brother of Dalvin, James Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Willis now off the play fake. And that nearly an interception here on its opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Third down, it's Willis. And that's caught inside the 35. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And they'll try the action on 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Willis with another keeper. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expected to go. And I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control. And that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there. Turned the ball over. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense for the Saints, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
It'll be a gain of 5, and now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st down 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you enter that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On 2nd down, Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper. And a 1st down. Left side, Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this 1st half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good 1st step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Corral looking to pass. 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Vikings had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 38, Corral. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Pollard again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd and 1, Corral. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Osborne. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
On 2nd and 7, Corral, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Throwing here, Corral. Touchdown! Tony Pollard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start with the option. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To the air on first down, here's Willis. Olave over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making...
He's got a man, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Malik Willis scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Saints are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 56 yards on the ground for him so far.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the half for Corral. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Gonna run again here with Pollard. Oh, he's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. And that one massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Saints 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
And the Saints first down.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They run again on first down. Cook. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's Cook again. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Willis on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll be first down, Saints. Willis with another keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. To throw, here's Willis. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. And now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This from 44 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Corral on 2nd down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
On 3rd down, Corral. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. The first down throw here for Corral. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Cardinal. Moving my team.
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. They run it again with Cook. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll look to Willis to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. Able to find Lazard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run with Cook. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
And it's caught. The tight end Hill. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Third down, goal to go from the 8. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Willis, 4th down, has to have it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Adam Troutman, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14.
17, Vikings 14.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field again, CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Here's Corral. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Corral. Throw caught there by Osborne. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Corral. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give here to Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will tie things at 17 all. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team...
So the Vikings going to get the first chance to possess the football as we are back underway here in overtime. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. 160 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to get this out past the 40.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Rob has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run with Pollard. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of the play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield, too.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
$13 yards remaining on second down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
First throw of the extra session for Corral. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Now, Charles, a very simple mission.